talk show in history. Welcome to Wrestling Untold.
Yeah.
This is another week, and this is episode 30.
One of my favorite hours, right?
Yes.
It's my favorite hour.
And in this episode, we're doing a part of round one of our toy bracket.
Greatest toy bracket according to Keaton and Carter.
It's going to be toys. It's going to be a bunch of different things.
All toys.
Yeah, everything. And board games and everything.
Yeah.
I am Carter, a.k.a. Skills All Day.
And I am Keaton, a.k.a. the biggest kid you may ever meet because I still love toys.
Well,
Maybe not the biggest kid, but, you know.
Let's get to it.
So in this episode, we have a bracket, and we have 64 quadrants, 64 toys. Not sure if you guys can see them all, but we're going to try to make it as visually as possible. We're going to get through part of round one, and there are some honorable mentions. There's some things that didn't get on the list for many reasons, but we're going to roll with it. So let's get started. I'm going to vote, Carter's going to vote. If we need a tiebreaker, we're going to flip a coin. Let's get started. So first on the list, we have remote control cars, and that's actually going up against Bubbles.
Wow. Well, that's going to be a hard one.
Yeah, remote control cars is going up against Bubbles.
I would say I love my remote control car. I actually have two, and it just goes fast. It goes everywhere. But Bubbles it's different feeling. When you blow bubbles, it goes like when you pop it outside. Ooh, it's just a different feeling. So
I'm a little bit older than Carter, not that much. But there used to be a place called Radio Shack. And at Radio Shack, you would go and they had these remote control cars. They were in a box. You couldn't see them. There was no clear film on them. This wasn't Walmart. This wasn't Kmart. This was Radio Shack. These cars would be fast when I tell you. I saved up all my money and I went and bought what was a lower level, mid-level type of race car, and I loved it. I mean, I played with that probably more than anything.
Mr. Storytime.
Bubbles, on the other hand, I love Bubbles.
They're cheap.
Yeah, they are cheap. You get a little bubble machine, Bubbles going everywhere. Joe loves Bubbles. But my vote here is obviously going to be remote control car because
It's the name.
What do you do? Look at that.
I said remote control car too.
All right.
Just because.
R-C.
It's not the same when that thing.
Car. So, next up in the first round, we have WWE Action Figures, and they are going up against a go-kart.
We got Bianca Belair, the Royal Rumble winner. I'm not even gonna.
Now, this is a wrestling podcast,
Roman
and
Reigns.
we are partial, but we're still going to try to make the best decision here. So, Carter has about 100 of these action figures. He's got the rings.
43, I think.
You got 43 in one place. So, what's your vote here? Go-kart on the other hand. Go-karts.
Go-karts.
It's a ton of fun. It's engine in the back. Even if you have a pedal go-kart. Carter had a pedal go-kart.
But it sucks how I just grew through it. But when you go to a place, they have some really cool go-karts that you just go around the track and you hit the curb and stuff. Ooh, that is so fun. This is one of the hardest.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you gonna put your beloved action figures on?
Go-kart places are so great, but the action figures, the action figures.
You want action figures here?
Yes, they're just not the same.
I didn't have WWE action figures as a kid.
You did. You had.
I had a rubber Hulk Hogan and a rubber Macho Man, and I wouldn't call them action figures. So again, I didn't have a go-kart either. But I love going to. I have no idea. I had a lot of fun on go-karts, but you know what? This is a wrestling podcast. I said we're going to be partial. I'm not going to be partial this. I'm going to be partial this time. Yeah, I'm mine. We're going WWE action figures. We're getting go-karts out of here.
Woo-hoo. I'm getting hyped.
Action figs. So next up we have Marvel action figures, and that's going up against Slime.
Marvel action figure right here. We got Iron Man.
Yeah.
He is way tinier than a wrestler. Look how tiny that is.
Well, I think that's just one type of Marvel action figure.
Yeah.
So we're talking about. So one of the things I didn't have as a kid, I always wanted was a Wolverine action figure. He was so great.
So cool.
I never had one. I never had the opportunity to have one. But Slime isn't something that I had as a kid either. So
oh my gosh,
this
Slime.
is a toss up here because I don't I don't have either. I don't think I've ever played it.
I like slime and I like Marvel action figures, but I'm gonna go with Marvel action figures just because I don't.
You are going Marvel?
I just don't count slime as like a toy and it's like squishy.
Wow.
And sometimes it dries out a bunch.
I was gonna go with whatever you went with. So if you went with slime, I was gonna pick slime. But we're going Marvel action figures here. Okay.
Iron Man. Iron Man.
Wow. Okay. So next up we have the game of life. Oh my God! When I tell you this thing here, it gets mileage in this house. We love the game of life. Me, Carter, JoJo Bean. Sometimes Keith will play with us.
Who else? What's the other one?
The other one is Jenga.
Oh my God.
Ooh. You want to talk about some
Jenga.
I don't have a steady hand at all, as you can see. But when it comes to Jenga, I am like one of those like secret agent type of persons.
And in our house, my little sister Jo always wins.
She's always
she always knocks it down and just wins.
She picks the most risky parts, and then you have to come behind her.
She wins Jenga every single time. I don't know how she can knock that big old building down in seconds. Life, oh, it's so great. When I got Life in Christmas, like last year I think it was, I unraveled it, I saw Life, I was like, Life is one of my favorite games to play. It is so cool how you're like in this world and you like have things happening and stuff. Whew, it is so fun.
Where are you going with here? You want me to pick first?
Yeah, you can pick first.
I'm going Game of Life.
That's what I'm going to.
You know Game of Life?
It's a simple game.
Jenga shouldn't be out in the first round, but it's going up against Life, and Life to me is a very high seed toy. So we're going Game of Life here. Okay. Okay, so next up is going to be a box versus Uno. Now, Uno in this house is a staple. It is one of the things we enjoy near and dear. But
a box is not the same. You can make a pirate ship, a rocket ship. Oh my gosh. You can make a car if you wanted to.
The idea of a box is unlimited. We used to get a box when I was a kid, and I'd have a spaceship, I'd have a house, it'd be unlimited of what I have with a box. And we like flatten the box out and then draw a toy belt in, have a cardboard belt.
You can make a million decisions with a box. Your imagination just pops.
But here's where my heart is.
But Uno, I would admit I lost Uno a bunch.
So in my heart, I have a draw 4 and a yellow 2. And then I'm looking across and my opponent has a handful of cards.
I wonder who that
and I'm about to just drop
I wonder who that could be.
Uno out on him. That's where my heart is. So I'm going Uno here.
I hope that's not me as your opponent.
I'm going Uno here. Where are you going?
Uno.
You going Uno?
Yeah.
Uno it is.
A box comes with a package. Uno's a game.
Okay, so the next up we have Lincoln Logs or a fidget spinner. Fidget spinner is fairly new. Lincoln Logs fairly old.
Oh my gosh. I know someone who has Lincoln Logs. When I go to their house, I do the Lincoln Logs. It is so great.
It is so fun. It is great.
You just block it up and it gets high. And especially if you have like those little green men that you can play with the Lincoln Logs. I have like a little war.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lincoln Logs. And a fidget spinner. Fidget spinner.
I never got the fidget spinner thing. I never was interested in it.
It's one of those things I think was made for like special needs kids and it just became a trend around the world, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it was never for me.
I just gotta say.
I'm going Lincoln Logs here.
Same.
What are you going, Lincoln Logs?
Lincoln Logs.
Let's get fidget spinner out of here.
Whew, Lincoln Logs.
Okay. So, next up we have Putty.
Putty?
And we have handcuffs.
Ooh.
Now, I'm going to tell you, when we lived at, there was this little convenience store, and they sold a little bit of everything. It was like a little bodega, it sold a little bit of everything. And they had handcuffs, and I just had to have them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why, I had to have them. They were the coolest toy. You know, we would play cops and robbers all the time as a kid. I don't know if kids play that now, but I never played with Putty. So I'll be the first to say that handcuffs is my choice here.
Now, handcuffs, a short story. I actually went to a yard sale with my godmother, and there was a free section, which is very rare for yard sales. And they had some pretty terrible stuff, but when I saw those handcuffs, I had to grab them. It even came with a badge. The badge is cool. I just like putting my hands in the handcuffs and then using the key to get it out at the same time in the handcuffs. It is just so cool. Whew. I have to go with handcuffs too.
You want handcuffs? Okay,
I don't even know what the other choice was.
Potty was the other
Putty.
choice.
Yeah, Putty feels a little weird. And it makes fart noises sometimes.
Okay, in this last quadrant, we have Light Bright, which is super cool, by the way, and that's going up against a dollhouse.
Two of the things I've never felt like I played with, like on a normal
I played with
basis.
both a whole lot. I have an older sister, so playing with a dollhouse and playing with Light, but she had Light Bright, she had dollhouse. Guess who played with it? This guy.
Light Brights look so cool. How you turn them on and it's like stars around your bedroom and stuff.
Yeah, Light Bright is cool. The idea that you could take these little colored pegs and create a little piece of art with it and plug that thing in and you see it glow. But a dollhouse is, you know, it's
more of a girl.
It's great. It is a girly toy, but you know, if I had to go here, I'm going Light Bright.
Same. Dollhouse is more role
You go Light Bright here?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We got a prop doll right here if you want to see.
Okay. All right. So we'll get down to the second quadrant here.
Quadrant.
Yeah. And so what we have here is we have essentially another 16 competitors. We're gonna get through these guys today, and I think that'll be the end of our video for today. And then next week we'll have the remaining of the first round. So first up, we have Barbie, and I think we have one of Joe's dolls here. He picked one that was, Joe doesn't really do much with her dolls in a way of like keeping her hair done. And that's going up against Hot Wheels. Now you go first, because I know where I'm picking here, and it's coming from the heart. So
now Hot Wheels are great. I actually have Hot Wheels that he actually.
Oh, you know where I'm going.
Yeah, he actually grew up on. I think this one was his as well.
So if there's one thing in my pocket.
There's a few. Oh my!
There's one thing in my pocket.
You have your original one still.
So this is from when I was a kid. I actually inherited this from my
bunch.
older brother. This is from 1978. This is a 78 Stingray. This is a Mazda MR2. This is from me also. It is dated 1990 Mattel.
1997.
And this is a 1982 Camaro Z28. So this is also this one I may have inherited from my brother.
I think that clears up the answer.
So Barbie, on the other hand, I play with a lot of Barbies. I had sisters and I had all girl cousins. So
I do not play with Barbies as much as I play with the yellow elves with.
Well, you got a little sister, so you know what it's like.
Yellow elves.
So this is the one thing that I brought to this table that was near and dear to me. Is these Hot Wheel cars. So that's where my heart is. And they're actually gonna go. I don't even keep these with their toys. These are with my.
It's 1997.
1997. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Woo.
That's about right.
So I think it clears up the answer.
So we're on Hot Wheels here.
Yes. And by the way, this is boy perspective.
Yeah.
Male perspective.
So next up we have Jump Rope, and that's going up against Skip It.
Yeah, we don't have a skip it.
We don't have a skip it here. I'd love to have a skip it.
But I love skip it.
I love it. The thing is you put that thing around your ankle and you just like this the whole time. And you like this, and you like this, because you try to break that record. You try to make sure you're the random person in the neighborhood that got the most counters on that little dial.
I love skipping.
Jump rope. I still jump rope today.
Yeah, jump rope is fun, but it's nothing like having to skip it and just skip it over. It's so fun.
I concur.
And you look so weird.
We got to figure out how to get skip it. We need one for this house. Joe doesn't know. She's going to get one so we can play with it. I'm going to skip it here. You going to skip it also? And I love jump roping. I jump rope 2-3 times a week.
Cool. But it's nothing like having to skip it and just jumping over that ball.
All right. Next up, we have Legos. So we got our big Lego guy here. Hear that? It's all
and I don't know about you guys, but
Daddy's paychecks.
This little block can transform into a huge house with just Legos, which is one of the incredible things about Legos.
Yep.
You get those blocks, you stack them, and you make something beautiful.
So that's going up against Nintendo. And Nintendo, we chose to go more generic on it because that includes regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, the Wii, which one that you have?
Nintendo Switch.
Switch, yeah.
The 2DS, the 3DS.
Yep. So again,
now this is one of the hardest to say.
Two staples in childhood that I think changes everything if they never existed. It changes everything in mankind, in my opinion. That's how much I think Nintendo and Lego has contributed. But for me, there's like, I like video games, but these get way more of my attention than
very hard.
Nintendo.
This is very hard.
I'm going Lego.
I used to have a 3DS, which was so great. Now I have the Switch. Oh my god, this is like hard.
I'm going Lego.
And I have to go with Lego.
You going Lego?
Yeah.
All right. I thought we're gonna have to flip a coin. I was hoping to land it on Lego because Lego cannot go out first round. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we keep going. So we have Nerf, and that's going up against Play-Doh. And I know we have Nerf, but we don't have it here in our repertoire. But it's going up against Play-Doh, and I know we.
Here's what you do with Play-Doh. So you roll out the dough, you put some cookie cutters on whatever, and you make a little creation, and you're happy with it, like spaghetti, ice cream. Play-Doh comes out with slime, putty, anything.
Let me be the first one to say this is a Play-Doh free house, so that's why there's no Play-Doh here. I can't do it. I'm a neat freak. I can't see Play-Doh anywhere in this house without being angry. So I know where I'm going on here. Play-Doh could have gone against anything on this board, and I would vote it out.
Now, Nerf guns are great, but Play-Doh.
We do have Nerf
I'm doing
guns.
Play-Doh.
You going Play-Doh? I'm going Nerf, so you want to flip?
Yes, let's flip.
Okay.
I'm heads. But I'll let you call it, actually.
Let me call it? I'm flipping. Why am I calling it?
Call it.
Okay. Heads. It went right back in my hand. It's tails.
Yes, Play-Doh.
So we get Nerf.
Woo! 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 Come on, you gotta do it with me.
Nope, not even.
Give me some. Come on.
So next up we have LOL Surprise. This is the Joel entry.
I'm gonna let you hold them.
And that's going up against a balloon. Now these little things here. We got a ton of these around here. I'll be the first one to say it is a genius idea because kids love surprises. They love not just getting the toy, but actually opening up piece by piece. They're opening every single one of those little things. There's another little piece to go to the doll inside of each one. Whoever thought of this idea is simply genius. But a balloon, oh my gosh. You ever play balloon volleyball? Or to keep it up in the air with a balloon, and you gotta keep hitting it. And like you dive in to hit it. Oh my gosh, that is something.
And I would say I've been playing with LOLs much more than I've been blowing up balloons and popping them. Now LOLs, the only thing is you get the ball thing, and it takes a year for you to just open it up, and you're so tired. But when you open that thing up, it's like genius.
The one thing I will say is why I can't vote balloon is because balloons are very temporary. They don't last. After the air's out of it, that's it.
And
or
also,
if it's pop, you hit it on the wrong thing and pops, those LLs are going to be
and
here.
those LOLs have a bathing suit underneath, so they can be swimming, casual, they can
So
do anything.
are we going LOL here?
Yeah.
Okay. Joe will be happy and proud of us. Okay, next we have Toy Phone versus Megabloks. So, I played with toy phones all the time when I was a kid. Now kids play with real phones. And Megabloks is just like a big Lego. So what are your thoughts here?
Megabloks is probably just a rip-off Lego, probably. I mean, we got tons of them in our big Lego bin and Megabloks bin. But the toy phone is great, especially when it comes with like a kitchen or barbecue toy set. And you can call. It's so cool.
I'm gonna go toy phone here. I mean, I'm not a big Megabloks. I like the regular size Lego.
The Legos are good. Megabloks are.
Okay, now we have mini brands, and that's going up against Monopoly.
Okay.
So we have a We have many brands here, but we also have Monopoly. This is also a staple in this house.
It's nothing like scanning that card.
Yep.
And those properties.
I agree. I know I'm going Monopoly here. No way around that. Mini brands is nice, but those are those little miniature items.
Mini brands.
You going mini brands
It's
here?
a surprise and a surprise.
Which one are you going with?
Mini brands.
You going mini brands?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the flip. Call in the air.
And
It's tails. Monopoly goes through. So the last one is going to be Disney, and that's Disney as a whole. And that's going up against arcade games. That's arcade games as a whole. So that could be Pac-Man, any type of arcade game, NBA Jam for that matter. But Disney as a whole, there's a lot of Disney toys.
So much Disney.
For me, I loved the arcade as a kid. So for me, arcade games is a must. What's your thoughts here?
Arcade. When you go to a bowling alley,
But
you see that arcade. Arcades are so fun, and then you get the tickets and you cash in.
We get Disney out in the first round?
Yeah, arcade. It's nothing like playing Pac-Man.
Okay.
Nothing like playing Pac-Man. Eating all that food.
Okay.
So that packs it
So
up.
that is our first. That is half of our first round. So we have some people advancing, and what we'll do is we're going to post pictures of who advanced and everything. And what we'll do is next week we'll jump over to the next side, and the week after that, this is going to go on for a couple of weeks, and hopefully this gets us into our holiday season, a gift giving season. So, like again, Carter and I appreciate you guys watching this.
And next week we're gonna do our our Survivor Series results.
Gotcha.
And we're gonna see if still 2 belts. 2 belts.
Yeah. So tell them what to do.
Make sure you guys like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, go to our Instagram, Carter_TV, follow, and maybe share it a few friends.
Follow us on Instagram, Carter_TV.
We'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you next time.